Hey guys, this is Ryan with Tonic Site Shop, and in this quick video, I'm going to be showing you how to add the sidebars to your blog single post page or your blog templates from the Advanced Blog Expansion Pack #1. I'm going to be adding a sidebar to this single post page from our Vesper template. You can see that the original design does not have a sidebar, but we want to go ahead and add one in. Now, adding a sidebar can be done on any of your blog templates, but ideally we would like to add it to the single post and not the actual blog archive page, because this page is already full of information and areas for people to click, and you don't want to confuse them too much. So we're going to add it just on the side of where our post content is. So let's go ahead and click on single post, click page, and then we're going to click the three dots right next to the title. So go ahead and click on the title here. Click the three dots, add new canvas, click My Library, Advanced Blog Expansion Pack, and then go ahead and click on Sidebars. So you can see we have 4 different designs: Sidebar 1, Sidebar 2, Sidebar 3, and Sidebar 4 is a left-hand sidebar. They're all going to function the same, they're just designed differently. So let's go ahead and add Sidebar 1 by clicking on it and then clicking Add. It's going to add that sidebar to the very bottom of the post. So we want to move it up just above post content. And now that we have it here, we can see we have our sidebar and then we have our post content. Now we're not done yet, because you can see that there's this big gap of white space, and we don't want that. We actually want our sidebar to run alongside of the post content. So the way that we do that is if you click within the kind of white space of our blog sidebar and we set the initial height to 1, it's going to drop that down. So the actual canvas is just here. It's very tiny canvas. You can see it here, but it's going to display the content below it as well. It's not going to cut it off. Now we can see our post content is actually running into the sidebar as well. So you will need to adjust your post content if your blog didn't come with a sidebar already. So it's going to be pretty easy. All we need to do is drag this over like this until we have a nice space between there. Alternatively, you can actually make this a little bit skinnier as well and move that over. That way you can match the space between here and the space between here. So I think we can make this a little bit wider. Something like that looks great. And that's it. Now we're ready to go. To update the content in your post blog sidebar, just go ahead and click on these objects, and you can double click and highlight and add your new template and all that. So let's go ahead and click on publish and see what this looks like. All right, so here we are on a blog post. We're going to refresh, and you can see there's no sidebar, but once it refreshes, bam, we have our sidebar. Let's jump back over to show it. I'm going to show you one more trick here. Depending on the size of your sidebar, in show it, it may look like all of this is going to run into each other, and it may if your blog post isn't long enough. So let's go back to this blog post. And you can see this blog post is just long enough to where it reaches the length of the actual sidebar. Another trick you can do is, just to make sure that all of your sidebar content always shows, is go ahead and select the post content canvas. And we want to make this post content canvas a bit bigger, just to the actual kind of length of the sidebar. And we're going to take our post content text box and we're just going to stretch it so it's actually, we're not moving it down, we're just stretching it so the height grows, and we want it to end about there. Now, if we hit publish again, what this is going to do is it's going to make sure that your post content width never is smaller than the actual sidebar. Now let's just add that left-hand sidebar just to show you how easy that one is as well. So it's the same process. Let's delete that one. Add new canvas, My Library, Advanced Blog Expansion Pack, Sidebar, and Sidebar 4. Let's click Add. We're going to pull this up just above Post Content again. And we have our Sidebar 4. And this time, the initial height, we're going to make it 1. And let's click our Post Content, and we're going to move that over. We're going to update the Post Content height again because we don't need it to be this high that time. And just like that, we now have a left aligned sidebar. Let's go ahead and click Publish. And if we refresh our blog post, we're going to see our right aligned sidebar now turns into a left aligned sidebar. Just like that. If you guys have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out.